lucky at you and me on the Charles River. I could die right now, Clem. I'm just happier. I've never felt that before.
Alright, I'm back.
Hi.
What's up? What's up? Oh, is Josh not back yet?
I don't think so. Out here.
Oh, you're here the whole time? No. Yeah, I popped in and I was like, alright, be right back. And I didn't hear anything. I was like, okay.
I just got here.
Solo. We're not going solo. Oh, welcome everybody to the Rogues Guild. So who do we got right now? We got Patrick and Derek.
Yep.
Patrick and Derek. So welcome to the Rogues Guild. This is going to be our first episode in a series of whatever we're gonna call this, the Rogues Roundtable. And it's going to be a nice just shooting the shit session focused on Force of Will because, I don't know, this spoiler season, we've been thinking a lot. We've been talking a lot. And so I kind of wanted to share. Wanted to make it into something that we could talk about. So basic concept. Everybody that is here will just kind of bring a topic up or a concept up, and we'll just kind of talk about it for a little bit, see where it goes, and then move on. Doesn't have to be a super long video, doesn't have to be anything. We'll just let it roll. So, Derek, Patrick, which one of you guys wants to start us off, you think? Or do you want me to go first?
I can start us off if you want.
I have an idea.
Sweet.
Derek has an idea. I don't know what's going on with new stuff.
Well, I think for me, if anyone knows me, I think it's pretty obvious.
Playing
And
a
she's there front and center.
You're playing a stemma.
Front and center, playing a stemma. Which is, there's a lot of new stuff that has me interested in, previous decks. 6 Sages. Curious to see how some of them will be doing. Inferno is a super powerful card. even when you're not playing a stemma, and it's 2 mana, like me on. Oh my god, sorry, got a cold.
So Inferno. Let me go ahead and find this real quick, just to.
Yep.
It was.
I think it's actually right below a stemma.
It was right.
I think it's right below a stemma.
Perfect. So yeah, your opponent banishes. So it's just a 2-cost thing. There's no restraint on this period. You just get to do the choose one. No matter who you are. So it's a 2-cost chant. Choose one. Opponent banishes basically non-magic stone, non-J related entities until it's the same as yours, or discards cards still the same as yours, and opponent loses life until it's the same as yours. And then it's not really till the fallen aspect till you get any more benefit out of this card for being a stemma. So,
yeah. Wow, I'm apparently, according to Rick Studwell, I'm washed. Which is,
Josh is
that's fair. After after this past GP, the proof is in the pudding.
No,
you didn't see my name up there. You saw.
I mean, I went undefeated this past GP.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's like everyone was doing better than me. It was crazy. Nah, but with the stemma, for those of you who don't know, just one of my favorite cards. The other one being Dark Alice. But just so as soon as I heard that Assemble was going to be a ruler, I was like, all right, well, no matter what she does, she could say you lose the game and I'll probably end up playing her. And well, she actually says your opponent cannot lose the game. So, leave it to Force of Will Co to make my favorite cards just, the hardest possible way to win. Can't be just like, oh, here's just this perfect ruler that does everything you could ever want, broken tier 0, and I can just run that stuff all the way to the top. Nope, you gotta work for it. So yeah, I've been thinking about like how exactly I want to play it, and with all the other rulers, it's actually really hard to choose which way I want to go. Carlina is probably the more obvious route, and I say obvious because Carlina is just she's insane. Being able to
will.
exactly
will.
Charlie has mentioned many a times on his stream, like one of the best things you can do is produce more will than your opponent, and a stemma being able to produce extra will when you deal with your opponent's resources, and then Carlina just being tap produce more will that's just fantastic. The unfortunate part with I guess no. With inheritance abilities, you can sometimes make use of the extra will that a stemma can produce. But more often than not, you're probably just going to be drawing a card after you use an inheritance ability to like destroy targeted resonator or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of like the main go-to. And then I've also been thinking about other decks. I'm trying to remember which deck was which, but basically the concept was just going to be a discard deck, and I think it was Carlina, mainly because you could play the 2-cost discard spell, which would just with Carlina, Carlina pay 2.
Which specific one are we talking about? Are we talking about Astemas?
Your opponent discards.
Yeah. I think it's Astemas Fury. No, I think they discard 2. I think it's towards the top if you want to scroll towards the.
Astemas, right?
Yeah. Your opponent discards 2 cards. Fallen.
Yeah.
You may put all resonators discarded this way into the field under your control. I mean, Astema is also one of the only rulers that you're actually going to be using that Fallen trigger. I think maybe, I think you're going to Godzar, to enhance your Fallen triggers if you're running Astema. I think there's that's the interesting part also that we've talked about is there's few rulers I think that you're actually using your Godzart to trigger Fallen abilities.
Yeah, I think Belial being the easiest one because he's simply draw a card.
But Belial's being the most Belial's Fallen trigger though on his ruler side is the most situational. So
True.
To use it for other Fallen things, I would feel like if my opponent was Belial and was using it to trigger other Fallen abilities other than the save your ass one, I might feel pretty good about that.
I feel like most people are gonna be doing some sort of jank with the stones.
Yeah, that I don't know,
yeah.
man. I'm still like,
there was one game that I was watching. I think it was Belial Carlina versus Stemma Carlina potentially. And I think I saw a number of the sack this stone to get back your gods. I was like, oh, jeez. It seems like it would be just so nerve wracking.
Yep.
It's like, oh, attack for lethal. Nope, I'm gonna god art. Okay, next turn. Attack for lethal. Nope, I'm gonna god art again. It's like, okay, well now you're out of god arts. No, I'm gonna sack my stone and reset my god arts. Oh,
yeah,
right.
man.
So
That's only
it'll
an
definitely
additional
be
use.
interesting.
It's not resetting. It's an additional use of ones that you've already
Fair.
used, I believe, right?
Fair, yes. You do need to use both if you want to get an additional use of the other ones. So I guess you could just randomly.
So yeah,
burn
I guess
Carlinas just
that's an
to
interesting ruling.
reuse
So
it again. But yeah, so like definitely trying to figure out a way to like just have a discard deck.
mhm.
Because and I think the main reason why I want a discard deck is not just because I like discard, but just because whenever I was playing this other game called Shadowverse, there's this deck called Disco Dragon, and Disco was short for discard. So in this case, I can play Disco Inferno Astema and be
Disco
happy about it.
Inferno. Ah, that
Happy
a
for you.
boy.
Yeah.
There's a nugget.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that drew me towards Carlina the first time, other than before I knew Astema Sphere was even going to be a card, was a card called Worldwide Default, and that card is pay 7. Let's discard our hands. So we're gonna start from scratch.
World.
So, yeah, that one that was a fun one. And more often than not, the other thing was Beatrice was basically so like when we both start discarding and then there it is.
Worldwide.
So this is
Default.
for Carlina when we want to ramp into this big boy as early as possible. And then just the regular discard package I think might be for Beatrice, I think. Idea being use all my discard spells to discard my opponent's cards. And then, the
So then just draw 2 cards every turn.
Yeah, basically just trying to just draw cards at each turn.
So
they play
that'll
something,
actually
it's like have your Inferno to banish their board,
Mhm.
and then draw an extra card with the Stemma.
Actually, isn't
sort of
Beatrice's draw card trigger at the end of turn?
It is. It
That
is at the
that is
end of
possible
turn.
actually.
So you actually have to, you draw a card per turn, you have to use it, and then your null trigger goes off, so you have a card in hand for your opponent's turn, and then you draw a second card back on your turn.
So
So you basically have to
So I
keep
guess-
using cards.
no,
So I guess
hold on.
the other thing I was thinking was instead of relying on other small discard, was just using what is it? Last Sacred Sword.
Son of a bitch. This is what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is reading cards hard, Josh?
No. No, the Last Sacred Sword is kind of like so. Like my little topic of discussion today is my Last Sacred Sword Beatrice deck. Like I personally I think so. Like Beatrice and Null herself, right? Like I think Dylan said it really well in our Discord once that Null is just literally one of the most impossible keywords
worst
or
triggers.
abilities to play because it just goes against fundamental force of will, right? It goes against fundamental card games, right? You're giving up so much for not that much in return. So I'm keeping an eye on her to kind of see like what broken stuff can we do. Like the best thing that you could do if you're Beatrice is to also have your opponent have no hand, right?
Yep.
If you both have no hand and you're Beatrice, now you're at an advantage. So that's kind of where the concept of like, all right, Beatrice, like you can draw your hand, and if you Last Sacred Sword, if you Last Sacred Sword during your first turn, you can just essentially go right into null triggers, which is pretty interesting.
You
So-
don't discard your hand with
Yeah, you
Secret
do.
Sword, do you?
Oh yeah.
Yep, you have to discard your
I thought
entire
it was
hand.
just banishing your
Nope.
field. No,
So-
it is
Nope, it is
ripping
also
your hand
discard.
too.
Yeah, otherwise you'd be able to just keep playing Sacred Swords.
Yeah,
I remember.
So this is
I remember.
I think this is the only card that we have in format, and I think this is even anything. I don't think there was anything better that we had back when Narla was trying to do null, to completely get rid of your hand as quickly as this card can, right? We had nothing back in the original format that could put you on null turn 0, right? Or turn 1.
I don't believe so, no.
So
Heavenly Fruit was the only thing.
True.
But then you weren't doing anything. You like discarded your hand for nothing,
yeah.
essentially.
So there's kind of a thing here where I'm just gonna be looking at this like, all right, I can mulligan 8, try to get a last Secret Sword, completely play this out the gate, and then like at that point it's figuring out what am I doing from there, right? Inferno's a pretty good card. Being
I go straight from Secret Sword, God Art for Inferno, play Inferno, your opponent also has nothing, and here you go.
But that only
And now
works
we're
if you're on the
just some
coin, right? So that's kind of like it's on the coin and you got to play around no interaction and blah blah blah. And so against Carlina decks, like that's where it's almost kind of like, man, am I ever gonna get away with that? But there is I don't know, there's also a world where I'm like, all right, what if I'm just Dante and I just kind of like I do the last Secret Sword, do whatever, call Stone with Beatrice, Judgment Dante, attempt to do the
Can I say something really quick about
Sure.
what you brought up with Carlina decks having an answer?
Yeah.
So Carlina decks can play one card a turn, right?
Yep.
Except for inheritance effects.
Yep.
Have we seen an inheritance effect that just cancels a card? That's
Just-
not like
just the 1-drop one.
exactly. So what are you scared of playing with Last Secret Sword?
Oh,
Unless,
not
like,
playing the last
Carlina-
Secret Sword at all. Like the last Secret Sword, like in my mind, is the bait. You know, like if the last Secret Sword draws an answer, then yeah, sure, open the door. Here comes Inferno, 100%. But in my mind, I don't think anybody's gonna interact with the last.
I'm not
Secret
saying
Sword.
they won't play cancels. I'm saying that the Carlina decks right now, or like that have been talked about, like a lot of places, are trying to push a lot of their advantage on their own turn for some reason.
See, and I
So like
disagree with that.
they're spending like will.
Oh, I hate that.
Inopportune times.
Ooh, I hate that. Absolutely hate it. I mean, if they do end up pushing interaction on your turn 1, then they have a Carlina that'll end up being tapped and they can't recover it in their turn. That'll feel pretty damn good going into your second turn. So maybe there's something there, but yeah, this is kind of Last Secret Sword. I think is going to be it'll be a mandatory 4 of in all Beatrice decks, and we'll just kind of have to figure out what Beatrice does from null turn 0. So like the other part about this is you start with a 4-card hand, you can play this, and then by end of turn you can be at a 3-card hand again. You know what I mean? So like really you kind of filled your grave and you played your 1 card. That was really it, right? Because end of turn you could just go end of turn null trigger and then chase the null trigger with greed.
Your God Art, and
Yeah.
you draw 3.
Yeah. And so you can basically be on 3 with 1 stone still recovered, which is interesting. So like really none of that cost any will during your turn.
Honestly, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't chase with it. Oh, actually, never mind, because this does say if you have no cards in your hand.
It depends on the situation.
It
Yeah.
does say if you have no cards in your hand.
Yeah,
so I take that
specifically-
back.
Yeah,
you
Beatrice.
have to chase your null trigger with it, basically, unless you want to play the 1 card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's worlds here, but in my mind, I think that's the only way we're playing Beatrice right now. And I guess it's just nice that null's not completely off the table right now. Maybe.
I just want to see more payoffs for Null, because right now I'm not impressed.
I feel
agree.
like it's way too much effort for not enough payoff.
Yeah, that's
I agree.
kind
We'll
of
find
where we're
out.
at.
Beatrice Castle, though, I think is something that I really appreciate. I think that's something that, like, if I was Carlina, I think this would be an interesting concept here because I would always have the 2 will to put a resonator back into my hand from my grave. So then in my mind, when I was thinking about that, I'm trying to think of chants that I want to abuse since they're technically resonators. So it's really just the chant side that I want to continue to cast over and over and over again.
Alternative cards.
Exactly. So I've been thinking about that. I'm like, all right, so like.
When you can no. I was about to be like, oh, you can grab Welser back. No, wait.
Nope.
Wait a second.
Not quite.
No, you could, right? Why not?
No, he gets RFG'd.
No, he gets RFG'd in the old format. New format, you're just playing Welsers.
I suppose.
100%. That was my other big thing that I've been like hyping up this series about. My big takeaway from this meta coming forward is Carlina will play Welser better than any 6-age deck ever did. 100%.
That's debatable.
100%.
That is heavily debatable.
Nope.
I'll give you a debatable.
Why?
I will not subscribe to this thought just yet.
Carlina can play Welser.
I will wait for data, and then we will see.
Carlina can play Welser just as fast as all of the other 6-age decks.
True, but you can't cast multiple cards in a turn, which is what makes Welser so valuable, is because you're able to squeeze in enough tempo plays because it's so cheap. So you go for your explosive turn, they try to do something, you Welser for 1 mana, they have a response, and you can Welser something else for 1 mana. And that, in my eyes, is what makes it like so valuable. And it's not even like double Welser, it's more so like the 1 Welser in the early turn. That's just almost backbreaking in certain situations.
Well, and that's what, in my mind, like, it's still that 1 Welser in the early turns. You know what I mean?
Right, but like at that point, now you're not pushing tempo. You're
How am I not pushing tempo? I can only play 1 card per turn anyway, right?
Right.
And I have stopped what you're doing and established a 6/6 body.
Mm-hmm.
At quick cast speed.
So I guess
so what you're saying is you want to play
terms of what everyone,
but
in
not
terms of what everybody
Sparklefish.
else is doing, well, being the Prisia into a big ass board, and then like now here's lethal, deal with it type of situation, and then they have like the 1 Welser. Like in my eyes, it's not quite the same.
Against
I see what
6
you're
ages, sure, maybe we'll end up seeing like what Carlina has to do to keep up with that deck. You know what I mean?
So like even in that situation, like think of it like against Violet. So like they play 1 Baja, you Welser it, now you're out of it, and then it's like, oh, okay, well I have enough atoms in my grave to play my 2nd Baja. And like in that situation, like I value it in, not necessarily value it in Carlina less, but I don't feel it's as powerful as it could be.
So decide into that battle comes to an end. For game 2.
You mean
Well,
stop?
yeah,
You made that in
absolutely.
Carlina.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I know.
not a question.
No, it's
Not
kind
a
of
question.
interesting because like when you think
That's
about
not
it,
saying like turn 1, like Carlina's gonna be playing battle comes to an end on turn 1, right? If she knows what your deck is doing.
Yeah.
Like, does she just battle like all of Esteba's Infernos or
Probably.
like something like that?
maybe. But yeah,
Probably not
the
a bad-
Like a lot of these
Probably not a bad
combo plays are made possible by having this main combo card, but battle coming to an end existing and
Mhm.
playable.
yeah,
means
on
that
one
a lot of the
consistently.
times that it's just like, hi, this combo doesn't exist anymore. What's your secondary win con?
Yeah, it will be really interesting. I mean, and then honestly, just having Belial's existence too is like, I think the Carlina Belial deck should
I think it's
push.
gonna be pretty strong.
It should push a lot of like our current meta out. Like I think everything will have to be completely shaked up. Maybe like Jan will still try.
I'm sure like Lycanthrope still exists in some random capacity that
Mhm.
Paul
Mhm.
decides to concoct, and then we'll all yell at him for bringing the deck into existence again, or he'll get a ban for us. You know.
Yeah. Paul with the bands. But yeah, anyway, that was my crazy idea. The last secret sword I think is mandatory in all Beatrice decks, and so still just trying to figure out what's she gonna do from there.
Yeah, I think it's heavily dependent on what else we get that is a no payoff. Will we get 0 mana cards? Hopefully not, but I mean, you never know. Like, I think the best, I don't even know if I would call it the best payoff, but like one of her payoffs being that 1-drop that I honestly don't remember the name of it. I know it's 1 blue. Checking the database to see if it pops up, and it's not there.
You talking about the kill one? The tier?
I think so.
The teardrop? Tears of Corruption?
No.
That's not a correct card. That's a Lucifer card.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
That's a Lucifer card from a long time ago. Oh wait,
No, there was that one.
No, Tears.
You're thinking Tears of the Fallen.
Yeah.
I'm thinking another one.
Tears of
Yeah,
Corruption
Tears of the Fallen.
is
Yeah,
the.
No, not this one. The 1-drop dude. It was a promo. I think it was a Cthulhu as well. I think it was like no. Your opponent banishes a resonator or an entity, and if they do not, they discard a card. So like
I remember that.
it was like instant
I
speed
remember that
discard
resonator.
essentially. Yeah, I don't remember what it was called.
I don't think it's still in rotation.
No. This is a new one that's coming out.
Is it?
It's a promo, which apparently is not on the database.
I don't remember.
If you
I
draw,
remember you
you draw
talking about.
two.
I remember this card being talked about.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting seeing kind of what we're gonna try to do in the meta coming forward. But Pat, what about you? What you been thinking about this week?
You know what I like to play, Josh? I like to play white decks.
You do like to play white decks, so let's take a look at our hunting angel here.
Hunting Angel is actually pretty cool, but you know what's a pretty older angel that I like a lot? Celestial Wing Seraph.
Yeah. And what are you doing with her?
Sounds like playing it really good. Playing a lot of like value resonators that sometimes get 2 resonators off of it or stuff like that. I'm playing with Carlina, use extra will with it.
All right, I like this. So yeah, like a wing seraph into hunting angel. All right.
It sounds pretty good.
All right.
I'm trying to think of other resonators that grab other stuff. Like, technically, I guess you could still play it with Brissia and just like go into bigger stuff. Into bigger stuff.
Yeah, just wait a little bit longer.
You could play it with Leniths and grab Scorching Hero.
Yes.
I mean, Hero Toolbox is fun. That's the other deck I want to mess with because the new Charlotte is also a hero. I think she's also an angel technically.
Yep.
She's a human angel hero.
3 races for diversity sounds good to me.
Diversity decks. Diversity decks.
Got human for Brunhild. Let me in.
It's a human on
Einheiser summons. Einheiser summons. Put it in the grave. I want it.
I also really like Salvation, for like all like the discard that you guys have been talking about.
That's Salvation.
Because a lot of it is not your opponent choosing what to discard. It's, hey, you would discard stuff. I'm like, okay, discard Salvation, draw 2. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. No, I sometimes Force of Will though, just like already in these spoilers, there's 2 of these where the art has just made like go like. So like this Salvation's one of them. You cannot tell me she does not look constipated in that picture. Like in my mind, this is just the constipation spell.
That's fair.
She's a Super Saiyan.
That's completely fair. But like the hero art just continues the trend with the hero art, and I love it.
And then yeah, this hunting angel is just all sorts of confusing. Very confusing.
We be hunting.
But she thick. When you got a problem with it?
I had to look and evaluate and think very, very long. Like it wasn't clear what I was staring at.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's the hunting angel.
And
read your cards.
The gender of the angel was in question for a little bit.
Have you ever seen a weightlifting lady, dude? Like power lifters?
Oh yeah. And I had no idea.
Crush your head like a watermelon.
For 2 seconds, yeah.
Crush your head between those thighs. Yeah.
Got some Zangief going on.
But yeah, no, the fact
I into this conversation and provided the sterling commentary as my introduction.
Hi, Cal.
So you're gonna try to make white great again, and
go back to the days of pandas.
Go back. Let's go.
Go back. I want to be panda.
I want to be panda.
I want to be panda. Go back.
So yeah, I guess we'll see. I think Belial. The spoilers today though is interesting. Like White's been pretty on for Belial, and then like they just printed White anti-Belial cards.
Like, if you're playing like the Carlina, like a bunch of Carlina toolbox stuff, you're like, all right, do I pair this with like Belial and like make a bunch of tokens and get big tokens? And then there's the new hero, and then go with hero toolbox and play Excalibur still, and play the new stone. The new stone that gives you 5 colors if your opponent's playing 2 rulers, because it's a white base stone.
Oh, wait a minute, what?
What? I don't remember that.
What new stone?
I thought that was this new stone. There was talk about a stone. I don't remember.
Damn.
No, there's the one where if your ruler is astral, you get 5 color.
Yeah, produce 1 will of any attribute. Play this ability only if you control an astral ruler. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, I might play that card. Like if I'm running Dante, hell yeah, let's go.
I was like, yeah, you play Dante,
hell
you play
like that. That Beatrice Dante deck. We'll find out. We'll find out.
There is
your boy might go for it.
Talking about playing Ragstones and Garlina, since you have extra will anyway.
You know what's funny is just like you're also
that makes sense.
You're also accidentally just gonna like 6 Sage Stone into like double tapping Carlina.
Yeah, you can play Ragstones and also 6 Sage Stones. Like you don't have to tap either of your rulers.
I don't know. Ragstones I think are a little. We'll find it. In my opinion, okay.
I think it's just.
I could probably say this: if Carlina can get away with playing Ragstones, she's too busted.
I mean, I got away with playing Ragstones and Violet.
What?
You're a soul.
I thought you didn't. I thought that was one of the things that you were just like, yeah, this is greedy as hell.
It was greedy as hell, but I got away with it.
But I did it.
And you know what? I'm gonna do it again.
I'm gonna do it again. Here I come.
Signed up for Canada. I'm ready.
All right, Cal, what you been thinking about this week?
I've been thinking that I refuse to make any deep, dark thoughts until I know how much this new Gary motherfucker is going to affect the format.
Gary, you want to talk about
One
Gary?
drops are fun cards.
He's Gary.
Cal is worried about Gary.
There he is.
I'm vaguely hopeful it'll usher in something that's not just let's all play combo and dance around on people's graves. I don't know.
Dancing in shadows. Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm very bad at actually guessing what cards are good and bad when I see spoilers, so I'm just like, ooh, look, shiny things.
I am very.
I look at this.
I'm playing Violet
this new
Reanimators.
boon, and it looks bad. Like it looks like at most a sideboard card in the same vein as those 2 anti-Ragnarok cards they printed. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
It would be interesting. I think it would be a spicy potential main for the first tournament.
boon?
That would be very spicy.
Well, I just assume everybody's going to be on new cards, right? They do that all the time.
Catch
They
me
do
on
tend to
Violet.
do that.
Cash
But
me
then
on
there's
Violet.
people like me who are going to be like, does that actually beat what I know how to play? And then I play 4C, and I lose.
Darn, it does.
God dang.
I
cast more Shiana.
I appreciate the art on this. The art on this is
Yes,
fantastic.
it naturally
It looks
got
like-
that swiftness.
It looks
flying.
like what you'd see on like the front of like a D&D player handbook.
This should have been a chimera.
Oh, you're
Oh
right.
my god, shut up.
You're right.
Shut up. Shut up.
I was
Don't you
waiting to
dare
see if
say
anyone.
that.
I was waiting to see if anyone would say anything.
Can we talk about Force of Will's historic ability to like just juice the hell out of black-green cards?
Yes.
It's just always been a
Yes.
thing.
It's
It's been a
always
thing.
a
Just
thing.
has this habit to be.
Always.
I don't even know why.
It's not a
just
statistical
happens.
anomaly. It's a statistical
No.
fact. Like I don't like. I want
What was
them
the
to
first
just
question?
answer the question why. Why those two colors?
I don't even think it's necessarily intentional. I think
It
it just
has
kind
to
of
be.
happens.
You can't
Does
do
it
it
have to be?
5 times and
Oh,
have
it's
it
more
be
than
an
5
accident.
times. I think the reason though is because they've kind of identified these kind of zones that they want all the colors to be in, and the natural zones that green and black are in are ones that generally will naturally be good against other strategies. It's always going to have discard, it's always going to have
Ramp,
removal,
counter.
it's always going to have ramp, it's always going to have counter spells. It now also usually has card advantage of some kind. All those are all the things you
That's
throw
kind of
into a
that-
pot to make a good deck.
Kind of a fundamental thing with Force of Will where they would put counter spells in the ramp color.
Yeah, that was always something that like was weird.
We were just like, Nani?
Nah.
Yeah.
Like,
Ah.
oh, this
Lately
sounds
they've
pretty
just
good.
been buffing the fuck out of everything. Like every set's been better than the last set. This one probably will be too. Again, it all hinges, I think, on just how much of an effect Gary has on the meta. Which it feels like he
interesting.
should have a lot.
He should, but if he's too much, like you guys remember back in like the formats, like what was it, Sherry and everything, where like everyone like was literally like, maybe Lorite actually needs to come down a chunk or two, right? I think Gary's gonna be one of those cards where it's like you've got to find the right number because that card might get really clunky in your hand if no one's playing 1-drops.
Yeah, and it could lead to kind of this universe where, like, in an example, Gary feels really bad if we're going to start playing Carlina and just be like, here's a 2-drop on 2. Go.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold up my Gary for your 1-drop.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Go ahead. You know? Like, I don't know, maybe it's like Carlina hate bears or something. I haven't. I wait for you guys to build decks and my locals to build decks, and then I steal them. That's what I do.
I don't know. It seems like with Carlina for me, all I want to do is I want to ramp stones. I just want to ramp
I mean,
stones.
yeah,
Really.
the dream is that I want to
early on.
Yeah, it's just like
the
why
dream
do
that
you
I
want
want to do
more?
is just 6 Sage, cast something stupid for 4 will, and make
Oh,
it uncounterable.
no.
I don't even know what we cast, but that sounds.
We cast the new green
castle.
edition. Yeah,
That what we
castle.
cast?
yeah, that makes everything uncounterable, and then does some other stuff because it had
And,
more text.
and then your stuff can't be banished.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
boy.
Didn't
My
something else
stuff
get
can't be
barrier too?
banished.
Like for no damn reason?
All your 4-drops or more gain barrier.
Ah, yes.
And this is why your
Classic.
boy is playing 4 fucking Welsers.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why Welser is going to be using.
Suck.
yeah. Well, also just feels
Well,
like it's going to be.
I
even
remember
more.
when Toby was saying something on the way home from GP. He's like, "Man, these cards are neat." I'm just like, Toby, show me on the card where Welser says cancel.
Exactly.
Surprise!
Got
Hey
him.
guys, yeah, we cast a 1-drop on 1 in our Carlina deck, and then we hold up casting Welser for 2.
Bingo.
exactly.
We're playing
Bingo.
on turn.
Cal gets it. See, look, you don't have to wait for us, Cal. You get it.
I can have
Right.
bad ideas all on my own.
No.
So we hit the 6 Sage Stone, and then we battle comes to an end. Their Welsers,
Fuck
and then we have
yeah.
our
Oh,
Welsers,
Steven,
And then
to
leave
count-
up our
to counter
Welsers.
everything else.
Steven's
It's
I
dying.
offended
easy,
Steven too
easy.
much.
Jeez.
Got him, boys.
Big Show is 1 mana. Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
Big Show no
Logan.
longer exists.
Well, we've had stuff that counters Big Show before too. Like it's plenty there. I don't think that adding Garion like makes it so that the deck's remotely like unplayable. It means that
if you
have
spend your
to
Garion on a
adjust.
Big Show, like you still get a Big Show cast out of it. So I'm like,
Yeah,
sounds fine to me.
it means that your
Potentially,
your
yeah.
mulls are going to be different. You know, stuff like that.
I don't know,
In a
guys.
universe where you greedily go Big Show, they go, I'm going to try to Garion it, and then you go, cool, Wellsard back to my hand.
It's gonna be hard to go back to not playing a 6-card hand with 3 mulligans.
You guys can do it. If I did it, you can do it.
I don't
Although
want to.
it ended in a red deck, so I don't
It
know.
ended in a red.
I mean, outside of the GP, I've just been playing Violet at locals because I just like Violet's more fun.
Turn cards sideways.
Drawing cards is a lot of fun.
Yes.
Really is.
Now I'm very bad at playing Violet.
It's
Why I
okay, Cal.
don't
We
play
can we
the
can build
GP.
we can build Violet Reanimator. We'll just
That's
draw discard
true.
Garions and then we'll play some Reyes and then we'll
Now we're building Violet Castling so we can put trucks
Can we
into
not?
play.
No.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm really angry.
Stop baiting Josh into playing Castling.
Oh, dude, all day I want to castle some shit. But no, like this Castle of Belial, man. I think when this was spoiled, I was so mad. I was so fucking mad. I don't
That card's good.
think Belial needs this. Like Belial didn't need this.
What? What do you mean?
This is
Bro.
this is too much.
Bro.
This is
I want
Nah,
to fucking...
dude, it's perfect.
all right. Hey,
Josh,
spoiler alert.
With all the 2-drops we're playing in Carlene and stuff, I'm just gonna play Awakening of the Winglord in it, and just
Yeah, why
go
not?
with
Yeah,
all these 2-drops.
legit. Yeah,
Just don't play the angel.
just
What?
like dead serious though. Like I was like,
2-cost angel.
I don't know. When I,
Why would I play Manga's Angel? I'm gonna play Angel of Healing instead.
No. The 2-cost that loses the game angel.
Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
Don't do that.
play it, just
That's
staring
what I'm
at it.
going to do instead.
What's the
I
top
just have
4?
to-
Oh, fail to find.
Fail to
I
find.
just have to
Fail to
counter
find.
first, right?
Are you sure, man? I don't see. I think I see us too. No. Fail to find.
Right.
Fail to find. not
Oh,
it.
I have to
Nothing
request
here.
Both of them, right? I forgot.
Nothing to see here.
I play that as a one-of. I mean, hey,
I'm going to lose the game on my terms. God damn it.
exactly.
My opponent's Systema? Perfect.
Perfect.
Value.
Got
I don't
him.
have to rest my rulers.
Yeah, so I guess going back to you, Derek, like
It's the specific anti-Derek tech.
there's still only the one way that we know how to kill our own Astema. Or like we have Satan and we have Gradius. That's it, right?
Yep. There's also bear
Tiger-
magic if you want to
Tiger magic, yeah.
Tiger magic, excuse me. If we want to make your Astema
Ah,
6/6.
perfect. Just for okay, yeah. It only has to.
I'm more on the Gradius plan because it's in your colors, but yeah, and that card's just
What
actually
are you talking
insane.
about? Carlina's 5 colors.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about just Astema. I don't know that I'm playing Carlina yet.
No, I love this. Yeah, he's gonna like everybody's playing tag rulers. He's gonna be like
Yeah.
that Milas guy where he's just only a stemma. He's like, I'm a stemma. I don't need 2 rulers.
Wasn't there somebody playing just Miles at the GP?
Yeah. It was bewildering because, like,
No, he was.
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
literally
He,
there's
he
no
opened
value
the
to it.
he
Yeah, we
opened
found the
box
story.
He opened a box at the GP and built a deck with it, and he had Wolfgang for his other ruler.
Yeah,
That's what happened. I remember.
Oh,
Was
crazy.
it that? No, I thought he was buying cards from Landon.
Afterwards, yeah, I think.
He bought the deck.
Oh,
well, I'm sure he didn't want to
Don't tell me
pay
I'll do it, Logan.
outside of
Which-
the box. I'm sure he didn't want to pay the
I mean, I guess.
the.
$80
Like,
from
like
Restart.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
only thing that's bewildering is that, like, there's literally no downside to any of them. Like, I don't know, what's the cheapest one right now?
Probably 0.
It's
Better be
probably
zero.
zero.
Yeah, I think it's zero.
Miles
She's,
zero.
she's got like 8 billion goobers and now plated
Yeah.
rulers. Like, please.
My
just go 2
Miles
bucks.
Zero's competent. It's not good. Don't get me wrong.
Didn't it get top
but, like,
16?
it had a 100%
Yeah.
top 16.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, Paul was
gives you
doing
another
Paul was
option
doing a
in
really
your-
good. Like that deck was playing the Kyrix Training Grounds and
Yeah.
It was
But
He was
even all of that,
burning.
it's like,
good.
oh, I have a feats thing. You know, oh, I'll just mulligan 3 times every game. Oh, I have an Almerius. I'll start at 70. Oh, I have a Mujart. That's another burn card in my hand. Oh, I have a Gruus Ballesta. I don't really know what you do with the Gruus Ballesta, but he's there.
You play Kaguya and you
He
swap out
calls
the
a
Bruce
stone on
Ballesta.
turn 1 so that you can judgment your Mylist. That's what he does.
Dude, that's where I wanted to be. Like when all those cards were released, I was like, this is the best thing ever. You can judgment turn 1. And then yeah, that was proven incorrect real quickly. Which is still a testament to like how crazy our game has gotten.
No, it's nuts.
Our game has gotten really crazy.
I like it. I'm fine with it. It's wild.
I am
though.
too. I am too. I like our game. I like
Would
our
I mind
game.
would I mind if Gary slowed the format down a little bit? Not at all. Wouldn't mind it one bit.
I think Belial's gonna slow it down.
I miss the universe where I could be like, I'm gonna cast a 3-drop on turn 3.
Bro.
That's all I'm
We don't
gonna
do
do
that.
this
Bro.
turn.
Cast that on turn 1.
Yeah, you do that on 1 now.
Right, exactly.
That's the only way. It's
No,
good.
no.
And then you're tapped out, and then your
free
opponent
will
kills
on-
you.
Yeah, exactly.
They go silence. I kill you.
Kill you.
Turn 2 kill.
All right, Steven, you
We'll
out
talk
there?
about one.
Steven died.
Oh, okay.
He left when we were talking about bad cards.
Sorry, buddy.
Bewildering, because we were talking about cards that he would like because they're bad
I
value
know.
cards.
Yeah.
I actually
But-
really like this card, the 7th boon.
I
Yeah,
like it.
I did too.
I'm glad.
I
they
hate
put
it.
this.
It's garbage.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it because I could play it from outside of the game with Charlotte.
You see,
Exactly.
that's
Wow.
reasonable. I may or may not have forgotten that Charlotte has that tag on her.
This is one of those things.
Charlotte's
It's like
a good
I think
card.
I actually read Charlotte. When I read Charlotte, I got to
Okay, one
guide
sec, one sec.
counter
Can you
and
go to- can
immediately
you
was
scroll
like,
down
what the
to-
hell?
Josh, could you scroll down to Charlotte? Please. Josh, can you scroll down to Charlotte?
oh, dude, yeah, we're already there. Sorry, your thing's delayed.
I'm sorry.
I'm here.
I guess I'm delayed. Yeah.
I'm here.
I need to read it again.
There you go. Quick ass flying barrier black. You may pay
Fine.
white less to play this card if your opponent's played a God Art this turn. That's pretty
So
cool.
technically, you can respond to your opponent's God Art with Charlotte, pay 1 white for it, reveal the one that says cancel God's Art, and then pay the other one for it and cancel the God Art.
Easy peasy.
By paying its cost, put it back outside the game as it resolves. You may not reveal an alternative card. So, like, you could just keep doing that, though. All right, that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
So, this is a 1-drop 6/7. Okay.
In response to it, yeah, you play. It's technically still a 2 if you want to cancel the God Art.
Okay. Oh, wait, and it gets +1/+1 for each guide counter on entities
It's
you control.
guidance counters.
It will be guidance, yes.
It's supposed to be
Yeah,
guidance
guidance.
counters.
No, Magna.
it-
This is only a Magna card. You have to. You
Yeah,
have to
it's only
specifically
Magna.
do
There's
guide
no, like specifically the shitty Magna in order to play this card.
to.
Cal, I've played 4 of that card in Valver.
Yeah, because the deck's shit.
Because because it's searchable because he's a hero.
Oh
Yes.
no.
I'm a hero.
And then I silence you, and I kill you.
Not if I kill you on 2.
I think I'm not killing you on two.
Oh no. Everyone's killing people on 2, and the ball was like, God Art?
Yeah, give me a dreams.
And then Charlotte's like,
Like,
"Mm."
Cancel the God Art.
Cancel it.
I like it. That's a good play line. It's a good play line.
The addition of Charlotte will make it so that like maybe we can look at the hero deck again, and
I mean, this
Because
gives
now
the
it
hero
might have
deck a
the-
flyer.
that doesn't matter. It
It
gives the
does.
hero deck. It gives the hero deck like some extension beyond. I have a turn 2 kill. Because otherwise the deck was like, I have a turn 2 kill, and it's like, cool, I have interaction for your turn 2 kill. What else do you have? And then it just kind of stares
I have
at you.
interaction.
It's like I'll try to get you again
I
on
also have
5.
interaction.
I have interaction for your interaction.
Like, yes, I'm playing Thief Mouge.
My God Art can't be chased though. Which God Art can't be chased?
You
Belials.
have to use
If
the
you have the
Belial card.
Belial spell, yeah, the Belial.
It can't be
rule.
chased? I thought it couldn't be canceled.
No, Belial's shenaniganery.
Hold on. I gotta read
2
this.
costs. I forget what else it does.
No, remove
Does that make a token
all.
or something?
Remove this card. Okay, so we'll get at her.
As long as this card is removed from the game, your Goddards can't be canceled or something.
Yeah, you players. Oh no, players cannot chase Goddard abilities. Gross. Oh, that the difference between cannot
Is that quick
chase. No, it's not quick cast. Thank God.
Okay, God bless.
So the difference between cannot chase and cannot be canceled is fucking huge. That is not a subtle. That is not a subtle
I hate
word
Bahamut.
difference.
Bahamut can eat my asshole.
And he will.
He will.
You will!
So that's why I've been having fiery poops.
He's fire. Belial's rule. What a dick. God, what a dick. When these cards are
Yeah, it's a
spoiled.
pretty,
It's a 4 cost.
pretty
that
nice
costs
card.
2.
Those 2 cards came out, and I'm like, you are It's like sometimes as spoilers come out, you're just like, really, Foco? Like we have to play this one. Like,
Yeah.
we have to play this one. Thanks.
Black, white, green's gonna be super interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Why can't I play black, white, red?
You know, Derek's gonna try.
Just better. I mean, I'll do it, but
I'll do it.
Actually, will I do it? I don't know if I will.
We'll find out. I don't think so.
We'll
I'm doing.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's Belial
Belial
Estema.
enough.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
Belial
We're
Estema.
playing 5-color good stuff, boys.
Yeah, I don't know. It's we'll find out. We'll find out if there's a way. Like one of the things I've been thinking about, I've been trying to figure out ways to get around Belial's like clear damage like thing, and so like I've been really looking for loss of life shenanigans, because if you're playing spells that your opponent loses X amount of life, huh?
Blood boil.
What?
I want blood boil back.
Oh, blood boil. Yeah. So like I think that'll be the cheekiest way to probably get around this. So like I'll be looking at loss of life spells as potential anti-meta if Belial becomes too outrageous.
Adam Brawley loops.
So what?
Is it Adam Brawley loops?
Adam Brawley loops.
Please
Yeah.
no.
Shadow X.
Please
We can
no.
try to figure out a way to loop Shadow X again.
Oh no.
Oh baby.
Let's go.
We'll lose Steven again.
Dark Alice. Oh.
Oh no.
You think I won't play? You think I won't side in the Dark Alice? Think I won't?
I am only playing Estema. Why? So I can side into Dark Alice.
Exactly. They'll never
Oh
see it coming.
no.
Just you
Oh
wait.
my goodness. Time out. All right, so let's put a little juice into this. Estema,
Oh, no. Please don't.
solo Estema for drawing, producing, for killing stuff.
Mhm.
The deck has a lot of removal.
Mhm.
Dark Alice cards with just an Estema ruler. How are you killing Estema?
Tiger
I'm
magic.
just gonna judgment
Hey!
radius. I'm gonna judgment, kill 2 of your things, draw 2 cards, be like, yes, what I needed. Gradius my Estema. You lose the game.
Amen.
Just tiger magic.
Yeah.
It's in color.
All of it. All right, so there's a couple ways there. All right, so there we go. It seems as if Derek is gonna try to play solo Estema. He says,
Well, we knew that.
he says, I'm not tagging anybody. It is me and Estema. I
Satan.
am Estema's tag.
I
I, Derek, am Estema's
Jesus.
tag.
Facts.
the ultimate waifu. I am the tag partner.
I am the tag. Oh. Perfect. All right. Well, did anybody else have any thoughts for the week? Anything crazy? Don't want to completely.
Estema for tier 0.
You know. I don't know. I'm looking forward to all the cards coming out. I want to get some testing going. I want to figure out if this is possible to play. One spell per
Satan-
turn.
Satan says you need to have 2. You need to have 2 tags.
Yes.
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 Correct. Yeah, you
I
can't.
had to check.
I was about to say, like, oh, why are you only playing one? Turbo Satan.
Played
Dante.
Dante.
Dante's Turbo Satan. That's like going back to like Yu-Gi-Oh, or not Yu-Gi-Oh. That's going back to Pokemon. It's just like, oh, I play my level 1 Dante, and then I evolve him into the Rebel Against Satan, and then I evolve him into Satan.
Crazy. How did we get here?
We went from
No,
A
I'm
to
excited.
C to G.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for stopping out to the Rogues Guild and talking a little bit of Force of Will with us. This is the kind of shit we talk about during the week as stuff comes out. You know, we start to think about metas, think about, you know, what we're gonna do, how we're gonna handle, you know, the very first event of a new meta. So, hopefully, you know, you got some good information out of this. Hopefully you had some fun. Let us know. Give us a whisper or comments when this goes up on YouTube. Give us comments there. Let us know for next episode, you know, anything you want to talk about specifically, or, you know, what you thought about the new series, whether you like it, whether you want to continue going. So, as always, if you want to support the channel, please subscribe to us here on Twitch. A subscription here on Twitch will get you access to our private Discord. That is where we hang out. And we hang out and talk frequently. So if that's something you're interested in,
Get access to the private Discord.
no shit. I forgot Cal was here. Cal, there's no private Discord. I was kidding.
Oh,
It's
man.
just something I say on the stream. It doesn't really exist.
oh.
Anyway, thank you guys very much for coming out. And as always, GG. Say bye, everyone.
I love you
Yeah,
all.
very
Later.
nice.